Maxi Jazz, first of all, welcome to Malta. You just gave an awesome performance. Was it up to your expectations?
The crowd were amazing, which is exactly what I expected, and we had a fantastic time on stage. I have to tell you, everybody in the band had a really good time tonight.
This was your third time here in Malta, second time as a live performer, and you also came about 2 years ago as a DJ, right? What do you prefer, like performing live on stage as a singer or as a DJ, or you prefer both?
They're both so different. We often get asked the question, do you prefer being in the studio or being live? They're so different that it's impossible to quantify. I love playing other people's music. I just love it. As a DJ, you're putting on a tune that you love and watching a whole room dance to it. It's just one of the best feelings in the world. However, singing one of your songs to thousands of people who appreciate it, that again is a feeling that can't be quantified. So it's impossible to judge the two. I couldn't live without either. Let me put it like that.
So Faithless was formed in 1995, right?
Yes.
15 years passed by. Will we have another 15 years of Faithless? How long will this energy last?
I'm already too old for this. What kind of a question is that? 15 more years? Oh my God, you want to kill me.
People want more from Faithless, so.
Yeah, well, it's actually the reason that we made the last album is because Blissy in particular recognised that there was a hole that, you know, seems like only Faithless can fill in the dance world, if you like, and it kind of encouraged us that people were still into it. Well, shit, let's give them another record.
Maxi Jazz, thanks a lot for your time and enjoy your stay here in Malta. Hope we'll see you again very soon.
Right, of course you will. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sister Bliss, welcome to Malta once again. Do you know that you have a huge fan base here in Malta? How many times have you been to our island?
Do you know what? I lose count. I first started coming over here for the Love Sexy part.
Yeah, Love Sexy, yeah.
Which was so many years ago and so wonderful, and they did such a lot of work to actually create the groundwork for Malta to grow the festival scene that it has now.
What do you love about our country? Maybe there's something special that you like? I don't know, maybe the dancing, maybe the country itself?
I think it's absolutely beautiful. Obviously, to an English person, the weather is very attractive, but the food is lovely. But most importantly, the people, the warmth from the people, the fact that everything is a matter of love. I've never stayed in a hotel and people have been rude. They've always been, you know, it's like they want to show you the best of themselves, and that's quite rare in this world. You know, I think people really do things from the heart in Malta. Maybe it's because it was quite a religious place. Maybe people have a really strong moral sense of how to treat each other right. That's just, I'm hazarding a guess, but I think there's a real strong culture of friendliness and openness and warmth, a real Mediterranean warmth.
On behalf of the Maltese people, I have to thank you. Thank you so much, like, you know.
I'm the one on the receiving end, you know, and so is Faithless, of course. So, you know, for us to play a show like this is just wonderful because we feel the love and the passion from the crowd. It's very, very rewarding. But sometimes we go into a gig and it feels like a battle because you think, wow, they might not like us. They might be here just to see Coldplay or someone else, because at a festival it's not just one artist, it's many artists. So we have a bit of a battle mentality when we go on stage.
I can imagine.
You know, you can't make any assumptions. You know, we've been around a long time and we're not the newest thing, but it seems to me that people have kept Faithless close to their hearts, and I'm really proud of that because I made those records with Maxi and with Rollo, who's in England, and playing the music with the band and breathing life into it. It's just an amazing feeling. I feel very privileged to be able to carry on doing it, you know.
Sister Bliss, I just asked the same question to Maxi Jazz. I know you're a DJ and also a live performer. If you had to choose one of them, would you choose, or you stick to both maybe?
It's impossible, and one of them complements the other. We couldn't have made this latest album, The Dance, which is the most club-orientated record that we've made for a long time. We couldn't have done it without my DJing, because I was testing the records out in the club just to make sure they were absolutely brilliant and as good as the best music out there, in fact better. You know, I want our records to be played by absolutely everybody, the top DJs who play the most massive gigs. I want that exposure for Faithless, but I want it without having to make a compromise and be kind of cheesy and obvious. So that required a lot of work. So a lot of music that people will have heard tonight, I actually had you know, what they call dub plates of it a year before, just different versions, refining and refining and refining them, because on this album we made maybe 6-7 dance tunes, and usually we only do 1 or 2, so this was a lot of work for us. So for me, the DJing was road testing all, well, 90...
The tracks of Faithless, right?
The 90% of the new album, I was road testing it. Even before we gave it to Maxi to write the lyrics, we just wanted to make sure the instrumental sounded brilliant, and I was getting a real vibe and energy from people, and that the records stood out yet fitted in the, you know, in the scene of the current music that DJs like me would play, kind of house, tech house, progressive, everyone from Eric Prydz to David Guetta to Deadmau5, you know, that very current sound that I think borrows a lot from Faithless. So for me...
It does, I think it does.
Yeah, for me the DJing and playing live is completely interconnected, and I have to listen to other people's music because it keeps me fresh, because as a producer you've got to keep your ear to the ground. You don't want to just sound like, oh, that band that was big in the 90s. I want Faithless to sound, as I say, as current as all the guys who copy us.
You have to be cutting edge all the time, yeah?
Yeah, but at the same time I think Faithless is beyond that. I still want us to have the heart and soul that is Faithless, that I feel a lot of modern dance music really lacks. It's very dancey, very clever, but for me sometimes a lot of it lacks the real heart and soul that I love in dance music.
Sister Bliss, one final question about your gig tonight. I personally think that you rocked it, absolutely killed it tonight. Was the gig up to your expectations?
Yeah, it was even more than my expectations. I mean, we've played in Malta before, many years ago, for a different promoter.
2002, I remember, yeah.
Is that right? Yeah. You know, I just loved it. They were so passionate. I loved that the weather was perfect. There was a bit of wind, so there was drama and smoke blowing around, but, you know, it couldn't have been better. I'm really happy, and I hope that everybody involved and all the hard work that went into putting the concert on has really paid off as well. Because I know it's a labour of love. It's on our behalf, and I know that for knockout events it's the same as well.
Sister Bliss.
Love. We all do it from the heart.
Sister Bliss, thanks a lot for your time. Good luck with any other projects you have in the future, and enjoy your stay in Malta. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hopefully we'll be back soon.
Good.